going on, guys? I'm FlipArtz. We're back here on Fortnite taking a look at a new selectable style, or a secret selectable style that you guys can get for your The Scientist skin or outfit. Now, as of when I'm actually making this video, in the item shop right now, we actually have a new kind of female visitor skin, which is called the Paradigm. And as you guys can see here in the item shop, it's going to be 1200 V-Bucks to get it. I think it looks pretty cool, and it's something kind of towards the actual story and lore for Fortnite. So if you guys like the story and the lore that's currently going on with Fortnite and near the end of the season here, and you guys just kind of like the way the skin looks, it's definitely worth something picking up, especially since it's definitely got to do something with the actual visitor skin, the scientist skin, and this one's actually part of the set. And if you actually go back to your skin for the visitor and as well for the scientist, you guys can actually see it now says they're part of the 7 set, which we actually saw from the audio recordings, which we're actually going to be talking about here in a little bit. And so like I said, the skin is in the item shop, and when you guys do buy it, it actually comes with a selectable style for not just its faces like we do have for the visitor and the scientist, but it does have a selectable style for the colors as well, which also makes it go inverted in a way. Instead of going to black and blue, it goes into blue and white, or in this case more white and blue. Now the reason that I'm mentioning the Paradigm skin that's in the item shop right now is not only because it's a part of the 7 set that we mentioned here that has to do with the visitor and the scientist, it also obviously has the same kind of faces, the selectable style of faces that the scientist actually has on its skin as well. And the thing is that with the Paradigm skin, it does have a new color scheme, or selectable color scheme, that you guys can go on there, which again is the color white. And it turns out that for this set here for the 7, it seems like the scientist actually has a way to get the color scheme for white as well, and it's actually nothing that's actually mentioned here in the game of how to get it or the way you're actually supposed to get it. As well as if you guys just have the scientist skin, there's not actually going to be a little option there saying that there's an unlockable style for it. So it's either you have it or you don't, and you're only going to be able to actually get this within this season and within the next couple of hours here before the end of the season. So the first step to actually being able to get this selectable style color for white for the scientist skin is actually getting the scientist skin. If you guys don't know how to get that right now, obviously you have to go to your challenges section and then look for the meteoric rise section here of challenges or missions. Once you guys go and complete all of that, that will get you guys a chance to actually unlock this skin, and that's obviously going to be the first part and most important part for this whole thing, to actually getting that selectable style. Now for the second part of getting the selectable style for the scientist skin here, you have to go to your out of time challenges, and you need to have collected all 6 of the recordings that are around the map there. And as you guys can see in the out of time challenges, it says to collect the visitor recording on the floating island and in Retail Row, to collect the visitor recording in Moisty Palms and Greasy Grove, and then finally to collect the visitor recordings in Starry Suburbs and Gotham City. And so once you guys have collected all 6 of the visitor recordings in these different locations, then you guys can move on to the last and final step. And then for the last and final step, all you have to do is make sure that you guys have the actual scientist skin active on your character, and then you guys have to go into a public match, whether it's solo, duo, squad, or team rumble, or anything like that. Of course, if you guys go into creative mode or playground, it's not going to work, but you guys need to make sure you guys are in some sort of public match. Once you guys are in your match, you want to make your way over to Dusty Depot and get yourself into the container or the depot that actually has the rocket ship inside of it. Go all the way into the main floor of that area, and then go to where the big computer is and the desk and everything like that, and interact with the panel. There you're going to be able to hear the recording of all the recordings that you actually picked up when you guys were doing the collections for the visitor recordings, and it's actually going to play out all the audio. If you guys have never heard it before, I'm going to let you guys hear it here. Of course, if you guys want to skip that part, you guys can skip ahead here in the video.
What the 7 of us are attempting is very risky. I suspect they are not the only ones watching, but it must be done or we lose the bridge forever. I speculate that no one calculated the formation of the island, and that interdimensional matter collisions would resolve rather than push. Now that I witnessed it firsthand, it's obvious that pinching alone made it inevitable. When I hear this again, will it help me remember? Or once looped, will I be just as muted as the others? No matter, it seems the lengthy precautions worked. The theorem was a success. You arrived outside the loop at the exact moment of expansion. This effectively paused the singularity, giving us time to create the devices needed to synchronize the junction. What I didn't factor was that the only way to trigger the device was from within the loop itself. Thus this hasty and primitive recording, and why now I find myself looped. Activate the beacon at precisely the moment this timer reaches nothing. The 0 point must be contained once more. If they are correct, it will be the end.
So Now, as you guys saw here, once you guys have actually interacted with the desk here and it plays the audio, your actual scientist skin will change right away, and it's going to go from the kind of like gray blackish skin that you had before and turn into the new selectable style skin, which is the one you guys are going for here in white. And so once your match is over, once you guys get back into your lobby screen, you guys are going to be able to see here, it's going to show you guys that you guys have unlocked the selectable style, as well as you're not only going to be getting the white selectable style for the actual scientist skin, but you will also be able to unlock a selectable style color skin for its back bling as well. Now, the only unfortunate thing about this is that I was hoping that maybe the visitor skin would be able to do the same thing, where you'd have to get all the recordings, and then after that, all you would have to do is make sure you guys are using the actual visitor skin, visit the same place over in Dusty Depot, interact with the desk, and then you guys would be able to get a white skin variant for the visitor skin. However, unfortunately, when you guys actually use the visitor skin and you guys go over to the panels, when you guys have all 6 of the recordings collected and then you interact with it, you don't actually get the same thing for the scientist skin. You don't get a white color variant or anything like that, which is a little bit unfortunate, but I can kind of understand that it would kind of be unfortunate that if you didn't play from those many seasons ago when you can actually unlock the visitor skin from your challenges and stuff like that, you get a little bit of added bonus. But at the same time, if you were playing from those seasons, you still should be able to get that kind of like little bit of an added bonus. So that's just my opinion on that, but you know, still, again, it's pretty unfortunate that there isn't a color variant for the visitor skin. And so there you guys have it. That is how you guys get the secret white color variant or selectable style skin for the scientist skin here on Fortnite for this season. And hopefully you guys do this as soon as you can, because once this season is over, and I think once the event is over, you're not actually going to be able to go and get this selectable style for the scientist skin. And of course, once the season's over, obviously you're not going to be able to get the scientist skin anymore, and you're obviously not going to be able to get that selectable style anymore, because we're going to be moving into a new season, new stuff, and all that good stuff. And so with everything winding down here, I think it's going to be pretty interesting what's going to be happening here within the next few hours. Of course, we're going to be having that new live event, which is going to be called The End, where we might be getting a new map here. Everything is going to be going on. The rocket ship might be, you know, going off, and, you know, we might get a repeat. Things might loop, or maybe things will go the way that we want it to see, and, you know, we might get a new map. We're going to have to exactly see what happens during all that stuff. Only the new season is going to be able to give us exactly the answers that we're looking for. But of course, with that said as well, it's also kind of interesting that there is a storyline with the visitor, and it's also part of this thing called the 7, which is kind of like their crew or their set. The scientist is also part of that set as well, and then this paradigm skin that's over in the item shop. So, you know, they're called the 7. There's only 3 of them, which means there should be about 4 more other ones that we are waiting for here. Hopefully we get to see some more skins like that coming out in the near future. Maybe it's going to be something to change up how it's going to be going in the next couple of seasons as well. I can't wait to see exactly what goes down with that. But if you guys have any thoughts on that, let me know down in the comments below. But with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed today's video, remember to drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on post notifications here on the channel by hitting that bell icon next to the subscribe button. Also follow me on Twitter to stay up to date with everything going on regarding my videos, my channel, my streams, and myself. And hey, speaking about streams, guys, I've been streaming a lot over on Twitch at twitch.tv/FlipArtzLive. The link will be down in the description below. I would love to see you guys there in the stream, talk to you guys in the chat, and maybe even get some games in with you guys there. But of course, when Sunday comes around at 2 p.m. Eastern time before the End event that's going to be coming here on Fortnite, I cannot wait. I'm going to be streaming it here on YouTube, but for all other regular streams, that's going to be hosted over on Twitch. Either way, thank you guys again for watching. Catch you on the flip side. Arts out.